Where was it? It was in here somewhere. Is this it? Yeah, here it is. Wait. No, that's not it. Here we are. Oh, hello there. Nolan Mowbray here with Nolan's Almanac. That's right, it's a new segment brought to you from the podcast with no name. In it, we are going to have a wonderful fun time learning new things. Stick around, won't you? It's time to read from Nolan's Almanac. Nolan's Almanac, where you'll learn something new and experience something fun. Using what you've learned from Nolan's Almanac, you'll make the very model of a modern major general look like the class clown. That's right. Step right up and gather round. Today's reading is from page 343. Okay. Today, we're going to talk about the Ides of March. That's right, March 15th. The Ides. People think it's the middle of March. Well, it is. But why are the Ides of March so important, you might ask? You would say, gee whiz, Nolan, why are the Ides of March so important? And I would tell you, because today is the day that Julius Caesar was assassinated. And you'd be like, oh, the Caesar, the pizza guy? Nope. Oh, I know, the salad dressing guy, right? Maybe, but not really. Is it the guy that has the palace in Las Vegas? Caesar's Palace, right? Nope. Julius Caesar. Oh, I know, it's the Orange Julius. No. All right, well. Julius Caesar was a Roman general who was very successful and became very powerful through his victories and was well loved by his troops and the commoners of Rome. Now we're talking not Rome, New York, not Rome, Georgia, but ancient Rome. That's right, ancient Rome, way back in the day, slightly before my time. So, why are the Ides of March? Oh, fun fact, the Ides of March happen to fall on the day Roman taxes are due. Ides of March. So, don't forget to pay your taxes. Safety tip today. Public service announcement, really. Anyway, so, Julius Caesar, very important fellow, very powerful guy, well liked by many and hated by lots as well. You know, you can't be loved or hated. You have to be loved and hated. If not, you're not doing your job right? Well, who knows? But certainly you weren't doing your job if you weren't a Roman dictator. And he wasn't at first a dictator. He was just a Roman general. And he had lots of victories. And so through his victories, the way it used to work is the more military victories you have, the more powerful you would become. You know, just like, oh, he's the winningest general of the winningest generals. Pretty powerful. He's got lots of followers because everybody's like, oh, he knows what he's doing. He's thinking pretty good. So he must be pretty smart. He's Caesar, good guy. He lives, he dies. Who knows? So he is now crowned the dictator for life. That's right. He once in charge of the Roman Republic, he decides, well, you know what? I love this job so much, I'm going to do it for the rest of my life. The system of government, the Roman Republic, made up of wealthy aristocrats who were intellectuals, the Roman Senate. A lot of them were like, wait a minute. This guy Caesar, he's taken over all of our stuff, see? We're not going to have any more power. We're the Senate. We've got power. We make all the decisions. And there's this guy who thinks he's the dictator for life. So, what do we do? Some fella named Brutus says, I know, let's kill him. That's how you did things back in ancient times. If you didn't like what somebody did, you just killed him. So, by the way, if you like Game of Thrones has nothing on the ancient Roman Republic or the Imperial Rome as after Julius Caesar passed away, it became. So, anyway, here's Julius Caesar. I am dictator for life, and I'm going to do this, 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 I'm going to do this. And the Roman Senate's like, wait, you're taking away all of our power. You're making us look like a bunch of fools to all of the plebes. Plebes are the commoner. So a lot of the common people of Rome thought, whoa, this Julius Caesar guy's pretty good. He's given us, he's making sure we're treated right. He's given us land. I mean, he's treating the veterans of the Roman wars really nice. I mean, this dude's really with it. And so the Roman Senate, a lot of the aristocrats in there were, oh my gosh, the commoner people are starting to get wise to this Caesar guy, and they're starting to dig him pretty well. So out with Caesar. So, but the interesting thing is Caesar gets wind of a potential assassination. He's like, I'm Caesar. I'm dictator for life. What's they going to do to me? And attends the Colosseum, the Roman Games, and they're like, but Caesar, somebody's going to get you later on at the Senate. Whatever. So then, as history would dictate, he goes to the Roman Senate all alone. He's sitting there, and then the Senate comes in, and he's like, well, here's what we're going to do. And a fellow by the name of Cassius comes up with a dagger and goes, ah! And stabs him right in the neck. And kind of glancing blow, and Caesar, is, whoa, what's going on? And then somebody else stabs him, and then stab. I mean, it's just stabby frenzy, the Game of Thrones style wedding type. Stab. But 23 stab wounds, I believe. And during this, history will record Caesar going, you too, my child, to Brutus. I mean, this guy liked Brutus well enough to, oh my gosh, even you? I honestly think if history were to actually dictate, it would be like, ouch, sharp, oh, this hurts, oh my God, what are you doing? You're stabbing me, stop. But no. And you, my child? Well, I guess he had a way with words and a rather high pain tolerance for that. Interestingly enough, a fellow who supported him, Mark Antony, of all people, after Caesar's death, thought, well, shucks, Caesar's gone. I really like the guy. Everybody, I'm going to try and enact upon Caesar's policies because, I think I can do it just like Caesar was. Everybody liked him, except for the Senate. And so, hear me, I am Mark Antony. Well, Caesar had a will. And in his will, I believe it was Octavius, and was it I think it was his adopted nephew or his adopted son. Let me double check here. Let me consult the Almanac. Isn't it lovely? His adopted son. Okay, there we are. Caesar. Oh, Christ. Okay, but Octavian was his Caesar's adopted son. And in the will, if Caesar were to meet an untimely demise, aka stabbed 20-some times by the Roman Senate, that Octavian will take over. And so Mark Antony's like, well, now what? I thought I was the guy. And Octavian's like, nope, me. So my turn. I am now going to be called Augustus. And so Octavian forms a triumvirate with Mark Antony and one other fellow, and they are running what's left of the Roman Republic, which now the dictator has died, was assassinated, and now it's somebody else. And here he goes. So the funny thing is, everybody loves power in the Roman Empire. Roman Republic or the Imperial Roman Empire. Matters not, it's just power. So the triumvirate starts falling apart because each person wants more power. And Octavian is like, you know what? I am going to get vengeance for my father's death. I am going to kill everyone. So he starts systematically hunting down and executing all the perpetrators of Julius Caesar's assassination. And during this power struggle, Mark Antony and he get into a bit of a power struggle, and Mark Antony runs away to Egypt. Snookums! I mean Cleopatra. Come protect me! So he ends up hiding in Egypt with his lover, Cleopatra, who was also she fancied Julius at one point in time, but Mark Antony's like, hey. And she's like, oh. And, they ended up dying because Octavian was, I'll get you, and they both committed suicide. So, anyway, we're starting to prattle on, as history makes one do. So, remember, Ides of March, watch your back, Jack, and pay your taxes because it's Ides of March. Taxes are due. So, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this reading from the book of Nolan's Almanac. Stay tuned for more.